And ladies and gentlemen, we say to you good morning from Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, Illinois. As today, this morning, and throughout the next few days, we bring you live video coverage of the 2019 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference Baseball Championship Tournament. The tournament begins this morning, 4 games today, and it will conclude possibly as late as next Wednesday if they need a second championship round game. And today we begin with 4 games in the basically quarterfinals of the winner's bracket, if you will, first round games. And our first game this morning features the numbers 4 and 5 seeded teams. The number 4 seed Trinity Christian Trolls. They come in with a record of 27-18-1. They were 18-10-1 in the CCAC this season. And they face the number 5 seed Robert Morris University Eagles. They finished up the year 28 victories, 17 defeats, and they won 18-11 in conference play. Hello again, everybody. Good morning. I'm Tom Westenfeld. I'll be with you for most of the games throughout the tournament. Terry Bonadonna will be along to call the 4 o'clock games over the next 2 days, and then one of the games on Monday. Glad you've joined us here. And if you like baseball, this is the place to be. As again, we'll have 4 games today. Games at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m., and then tomorrow morning, we will have our first elimination game at 10 a.m. as we'll move through the brackets through to the championship round. First championship round game will be played on Tuesday night, and depending on the result of that game, we'll have a second championship round game coming up on Wednesday evening. And last year, I recall, we were able to play all the games without any difficulties weather-wise, and a great day here this morning, especially when you compare it to the previous few days weather-wise here in the greater Chicago area. As right now here in Joliet, sunny skies, and temperature right now checking in at 54 degrees. And we are about to get underway with baseball, 2019 CCAC tournament style. And the RMU Eagles, Robert Morris University Eagles, will be the visiting team here for game number 1. Adam Kinnair will lead it off here for Robert Morris University. And here's the wind in the first pitch of the tournament. In there for a called strike. So it's 0-1 to Kinnair. Kinnair this year hit .336, 2 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Here's the wind in the next pitch. That'll be down and away. And it makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Christian Howell is on the mound for Trinity Christian. They're the home team, being the higher seeded team here in this first game. Here's the wind of the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a sharply hit ball wide of the bag at third foul, and so it's 1-2 to Adam Kinnair. Howell this year, 4-1 with a 4.41 ERA and 65 and a third innings pitched. 70 hits, 46 runs, 32 earned, 19 walks, 55 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .302 against him. Bit of a long look in here for the sign, and now the wind and the 1-2. Swinging a little number foul toward the left side on deck circle. The count holds at 1-2 strikes. The Robert Morris batting order. Adam Kinnair leading it off and in center field, and Ricky Kemp, the shortstop, batting second. Chris Broccolino is the second baseman batting third. Tyler Succi is the cleanup hitter batting in the number 4 spot. There's a check swing. Kinnair tried to hold up, couldn't do it. That's a strikeout, and that's the way the ball game begins. 1 up and 1 down to the Robert Morris first inning. Tyler Succi, again, the cleanup hitter, playing first base for Robert Morris. David Duggar, the right fielder, batting 5th. Then it'll be Connor McNamara, the third baseman, batting 6th, followed by Diego Rincon, the left fielder. Connor McLean, the designated hitter, batting 8th. Jordan Fox, the catcher, batting in the number 9 spot. So here is Ricky Kemp. 1 up and 1 down here in the RMU first inning. And the first pitch here is over but low, 1-0 to Ricky Kemp. Kemp coming in .377 with a home run and 36 runs batted in. There's a breaking ball strike, well placed there. So we play in the top of the first inning. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the number 2 hitter in the Robert Morris order. Next pitch, strike called, and that runs it now to 1-2. Mike Casterline, the CCAC pitcher of the year, getting the start here in game 1. The 2 teams going with their aces. There's a swing and a miss. Well placed pitch again by Howell. And 2 up and 2 down here. And that'll bring up Chris Broccolino, the second baseman for Robert Morris. Broccolino, a .312 hitter on the year, 4 home runs, 39 runs batted in. So Howell working on a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the first inning. There's a swing and a miss. Well, Howell here in the early going. Great movement, great location. He is off to a great start here. Here's the 0-1, strike called again on the outside corner. Perfectly placed. And quickly now, Broccolino is in an 0-2 hole. Howell looks in, kicks and fires. Check swing, tried to hold up, could not do it. Got fooled just like Kemp did, and that'll end the inning as Howell strikes out the side. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after a half inning. It is Robert Morris nothing. Trinity Christian coming back to bat. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. And we welcome you back to Route 66 Stadium here in Joliet, Illinois, as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Game one of this opening day of the 2019 CCAC Baseball Tournament. And after three Robert Morris batters came up and struck out, it is now Trinity Christian's turn here in the bottom of the first inning. Sam Herzog, the left fielder, will lead it off now for Trinity Christian. First pitch from the CCAC Pitcher of the Year, Mike Casterline, in there for a called strike. And it is 0-1. Casterline this year 6-2 with a 1.57 ERA. And actually it was not the lowest ERA on the Robert Morris staff. There's a swing and a miss, and 0-2 here to Herzog. Casterline, as we said, 6-2, 11 appearances, 9 starts, 57 in the third innings coming in. 38 hits, 19 runs, 10 of them earned throughout the season. As there's a, look like a little floater. Off speed, came in a little bit over but low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Casterline, 22 walks, 52 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 183 against him. As the 1-2, low and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Herzog, left-handed batter, hitting .264 on the year coming into the tournament. And the next pitch misses up high, 3-2. Casterline had a great early part of the season, tailed off, I think, a little bit toward the end. And after starting Herzog out 0-2, he's going to try to avoid a walk. Here's the kick and the payoff pitch. Herzog takes ball 4. Good at bat there by Herzog. And Trinity Christian with their first at bat of the game gets a runner on base. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Chris Baker. So Baker, another left-handed batter, standing in. .375 average on the year, 6 homers, 38 RBIs. As the first pitch in the dirt, it will skip to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch, and Herzog will go to second base. Well, defense a problem this year for RMU. And right now they're going to have to try to work around a wild pitch here. 1 ball, no strikes to Baker. Casterline leans in, working out of the stretch. Stepped off the rubber briefly, now he's back and ready to go. Looks in for the sign from the catcher, Jordan Fox. Here's the set, look back at second, and the pitch. Again in the dirt. And Herzog strays a little bit away from the bag at second base, but goes back. 2 balls and no strikes to Baker. He'll be followed by the catcher, Jake Thole, and Alex Nissel, the third baseman. Josh Caceres batting 5th. He'll be the second baseman today. Will Culture, the right fielder, batting 6th, and Austin Wood, the shortstop, followed by Liam Blake, the first baseman, and the DH. We'll be batting 9th as there is a ball, looked like a little bit low and away. And I believe the count now 3 balls and no strikes. Brandon Riemersma, the DH, batting in the number 9 spot for Trinity Christian. So Casterline trying to work around some early difficulty here in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch taken right down the pipe for a called strike. Wind blowing in here from left field. We were here earlier in the week for some regular season games. It seems like that's been the case all week long with the wind blowing in from left. 3 balls and a strike is the count here to Baker. And the delivery. That'll be ball 4 outside, so back-to-back walks to start things off here for Trinity Christian. And now here's the catcher, Jake Thole. So Thole will stride to the plate. 364 hitter on the year. 8 home runs and 53 runs batted in, and a chance here for Trinity Christian to grab the early lead. When we say it year after year, winning that first game is so important. The winner will play, not only make it through to the second round, but get a little bit of a break before the next game. Swinging a pop-up, right side foul territory. Fox, the catcher, moving over toward the seats, but it's about 5 rows deep. And so Thole behind now, no balls and 1 strike. The winner of this game will play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against the winner of tonight's 7 p.m. game between St. Xavier and Indiana South Bend. That is the 1 versus 8 matchup. Coming up later today, Olivet Nazarene against St. Ambrose. That's the 1 p.m. game. And then at 4 p.m., St. Francis against Roosevelt. That's the 2 versus 7 seed matchup in the first round of this 2019 tournament. Here comes the set in the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball taken at the letters for a called strike. 0-2 to Thole. Casterline could certainly use a strikeout here. Robert Morris retired in order on 3 strikeouts on the top of the first inning. Bottom 1, no score, 2 on, nobody out for Trinity Christian. An early threat here for the Trolls. Casterline again set, and he deals. Swing and a miss at a ball that was low and outside. Thole went fishing, came up empty, and that's the first out of the inning. Every out of the game so far recorded has been on a strikeout. Here's the third baseman, Alex Nissel now.
Third baseman, number 21, Alex Nissel.
Nissel, a 320 hitter on the year, 8 home runs, 49 runs batted in. Casterline getting the strikeout now. A double play will get him out of the inning. Nissel, right-handed batter, back foot just inside the back line of the batter's box. Casterline looks at second. A second time he looks back at second base. There's a swing and a bouncer. Just barely foul up the third base line, and it's 0-1 to Nissel. He'll be followed by Josh Caceres, and then Will Culture if we get that far. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Game 1 of 4 today. The loser of this game will play tomorrow at 1 p.m. in an elimination game against the loser of game number 4. Here's the 0-1. Lifted in the air. Medium deep center field. Moving over to his left. Canair in center makes the catch. Runners have to hold, and that's the second out of the inning. So Nissel flies to center, and that'll send to the plate Josh Caceres. Caceres, a .335 hitter this year with 4 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Had 87 total bases. Left-handed batter stands in. Casterline trying to work out of a little bit of a mini jam here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the set. And the first pitch in the dirt, gets away, and it'll bounce to the left side of home plate. Another wild pitch, second of the inning, and the runners will move up to second and third. 1-0 here to Caceres. Caceres, the 5'7" junior from Burbank, Illinois, a chance now with a base hit to potentially drive in a pair. Here's the 1-0 to him. Swings in a ground ball to Broccolino at second. Scoops it up, throws to first, and Casterline gets out of the jam. So Trinity Christian threatens, but they do not score in the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, 2 wild pitches, and 2 left on base. And after an inning, no score between Robert Morris and Trinity Christian. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Heading to the top now of inning number 2 between the 4th and 5th seeds in this CCAC tournament opening round game. No score. And Tyler Suchy will lead it off here for the RMU Eagles. First baseman. And the first pitch to him. And that'll miss inside, and it is 1-0. Right-handed batter awaits. Howell working quickly on the mound. Never a bad thing. There's a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Suchy. Suchy hit .353 on the year with 6 home runs, 30 runs batted in. And the next pitch down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Top of the second inning, no score. Here's the wind by Howell, and the next pitch swung on, chopped toward the left side of the infield. Charging it short, gloving, and the throw to first base. Just barely in time. Good play by Wood there at shortstop. Charged. I'd say he fielded the ball about maybe 4 to 5 feet behind the left side of the mound there and made the play to first, and that's the first out of the Robert Morris second inning. Here's David Duggar, the right fielder now. Duggar, .338 on the year, 2 home runs, 20 runs batted in. So Howell has retired all 4 of the men he has faced so far, and he quickly works ahead of Duggar here on a called strike, and it's 0-1. Duggar has been great on the bases this year. There's a swing and a high fly ball. Medium deep left field. At this time of the day, you've got to kind of look into the sunlight here a little bit. But Herzog in left field able to make the catch, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 away, and here's Connor McNamara. We were talking about David Duggar this year. 19 of 20 in stolen base attempts, but retired on an 0-1 pitch, and here's McNamara. McNamara, .417 on the year, a home run and 14 runs batted in. So Howell working on his second straight 1-2-3 inning. First pitch here misses outside, and it's 1-0. Diego Rincon next, and then Connor McLean if we get that far. Robert Morris this season, here's the 1-0. Missing outside, 2 balls and no strikes. They had a penchant for a very streaky offense. A lot of games this year they wound up scoring in double digits, especially down the stretch, but they also had their times. There's a pitch that comes in a little bit low. They also have had times this year where they have struggled to score runs. 3-0 count here. And there's a strike on the outer half. 3 balls and a strike to Connor McNamara. Robert Morris had 1 point this year. Had 5 straight games where they scored 10 runs or more. There's a called strike. So Howell coming back, and it's a full count to McNamara. And they ended the season to the Eagles, scoring in double digits for their last 5 games. Swinging a ground ball to second base on the edge of the outfield. There at second, Caceres ranging to his left field, throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And after an inning and a half, no score from Joliet. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Leading off the Trinity Christian second inning, the right fielder, number 16, Will Culture.
Bottom of the second inning for Trinity Christian. Will Culture will lead it off against Mike Casterline. And the line in the first pitch of the bottom of the second inning, swinging a sharply hit ground ball and between third and short and left field. So for the second straight inning, the Trolls get their leadoff batter aboard. In the first inning, it was a walk. This time it's a single. And now here's Austin Wood, the shortstop. So 1 pitch and a base runner here. Trinity Christian, no score in the game, but they've been able to put several base runners on base. They left 2 on base in the top of the first inning. Casterline coming set now, working out of the stretch. The first pitch to Wood over the left edge of the mound. It takes an interesting hop there on the left edge of the mound, right to the shortstop, to second for one. Relay in time for the double play. That hit the left edge of the mound, and on the incline, it bounced right to the shortstop, Kemp, and they turn the 6-4-3 double play, and that quickly is the first and second outs of the inning now. Here's Liam Blake. So Blake suddenly batting with 2 outs on the bases empty, and the first pitch to him, low and outside, and it's 1-0. Blake this year, the team's second leading hitter, a .375 on the year, 6 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Next pitch to him, taken over but low, and it's 2-0 to Blake. Well, they say the old cliche, the double play, the pitcher's best friend, and it certainly was the case there. Here's the next pitch to Blake. That'll be taken for a strike. It looked like at the knees on a breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. Blake, the number 8 hitter in the Trinity Christian order. Trinity Christian, as we said, 28-17-1 on the year. Their one tie was a 9-9 deadlock against Olivet Nazarene. There's a ball low and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now. And check that on the count. Nope, it is 3-1. Had it correct. 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Swinging a foul back, and now that'll fill it up 3-2. That 9-9 tie occurred on the 16th of April between Olivet Nazarene and Trinity Christian. There was a home game for the Trolls, and it was game 1 of a doubleheader. Olivet Nazarene won the second game of that twin bill by a 3-2 count. Here's the wind and the 3-2 pitch coming from Casterline. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Went after it, came up empty, and that'll end the inning. So the double play pays dividends for Casterline as he faces the minimum in the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And we go to the third inning. No score between Robert Morris and Trinity Christian. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, back here in Joliet, Illinois, as we head to the top of the third inning on the first pitch for Robert Morris, Diego Rincon chopping one to the shortstop, and a nice play there at short by Wood, but the throw bounced in, and on a close play, Rincon ruled safe at first base, so one up and one on for Robert Morris in the third inning, and now that'll bring up Connor McLean, the RMU DH. Neither team able to score in the first two innings, top three here in Joliet. Here's the set now, and the first pitch, and that'll be fouled back into the backstop, and so no balls and one strike here. As we play in the top half of inning number 3. McLean, right-handed batter, squares to bunt, and he pops it into the air. At one, hops out to the pitcher. Howell whirls, throws to first in time for the out. So a sacrifice for McLean on a 1-3 putout. There's the first out of the inning. And Robert Morris has a runner in scoring position for the catcher, Jordan Fox. Fox this year, a .348 hitter on the year. No home runs, 11 RBIs. Fox, relatively small sample size, had 23 at-bats, had 8 hits. Here's the set now by the right-hander, Howell, on the mound for Trinity Christian. And the first pitch low and away, and it's 1-0. So for the first time, Robert Morris with a runner in scoring position. The single to lead off the inning was the first hit and the first base runner for Robert Morris. Swinging a line drive, and it'll skip by the shortstop in the left center field for a base hit. Runner being waved around third. Here comes the throw in from center field to the plate. Tag applied, and he'll be out at the plate. And now Jason Becker will argue the call here, I think saying that the catcher Thole may have dropped the ball trying to tag him. That'll be a base hit. Fox goes to second on the throw. And Rincon is out. That ball was a sharply hit line drive that finally hit the ground near the shortstop, skipped into left center field. Baker came up firing, and now the umpires will confer. Oh, the entire Robert Morris bench hopping up and down, and Jason Becker came trotting in toward the plate. And so the umpires conferring. It looked like there that Rincon tried a little bit of a hook slide to try to avoid the tag. And they rule that Trinity Christian's Thole was able to apply the tag. If the call stands, it'll stay a scoreless game. And there would be 2 out with a runner at second base for Robert Morris. The conference continues now for the umpires. A couple of infielders warming up here. Oh, now they're going to give them the run. So they reverse the call. Rincon scores. An RBI for Fox. And it's a 1-0 Robert Morris lead. Well, that's something you don't often see. Howell taking a few warm-ups now as the umpire explaining things to Trinity Christian's head coach. As the conversation continues. Well, the old saying goes, usually when you protest or argue a call that it's not going to change anything, well, it did there. And so Fox with an RBI single, he took second on the throw home, and Robert Morris has the 1-0 lead as the discussion here about that last play continues. There's a case here where you're never going to please everybody, I guess, which is the case almost on every call. Well, not necessarily the case. I mean, everybody can agree on certain calls, but on these close ones here, these disputed ones, someone is going to walk away unhappy. Adam Kinnear now will bat here for Robert Morris. And Robert Morris able to take the early lead. So I'm going to guess here that the ruling there was that the tag was made, but then the ball was dropped. So Kinnear will stand in now. He's 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout that began the game. 1-0 Robert Morris, and Robert Morris has a runner in scoring position now. Swinging a high fly ball, right center field. Now the wind blowing it more directly to right field, and Culture in right field able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. That ball started out toward right center, and the wind kind of took it toward Culture's direction. So 2 out, runner at second holds. Here's Ricky Kemp now.
Shortstop number 31, Ricky Kemp.
Darren Geska, by the way, is a courtesy runner at second base now for Robert Morris. Kemp in the game 0 for 1. He struck out as well back in the first inning. Here's the set by Howell on the pitch. Breaking ball. Good pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Howell gets the sign from Thole. And the 0-1. Over but low, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Rincon began the inning with a single and winds up scoring on a reversed call at home plate for our first run of the game and of the tournament. There's a swing and a miss. Breaking ball, and Kemp way ahead of that one, and that runs it now to a ball and 2 strikes. Chris Broccolino would be next if the inning continues. Top of the third inning, Robert Morris with a 1-0 lead here in Game 1 of the 2019 CCAC Baseball Tournament. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I beg your pardon, 2-1. Swing, the count's now moot. 2 hopper out to short. And gloving it there, Wood throws to first in time to end the inning. But Robert Morris able to put a run on the board, as in the inning they pick up a run on 2 hits. I believe we've had an error charge there. And 1 runner left on base. And so we go to the bottom of the third inning. It is Robert Morris 1, Trinity Christian 0. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back in Joliet as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Robert Morris leading Trinity Christian 1-0 here in Game 1 of the 2019 CCAC Baseball Tournament. Clarification before we head on to the next half inning. The scoring on the Rincon at bat that led off the Robert Morris third, that was scored an error on the shortstop. So that inning had a run on a hit, an error, and 1 left on base. So we have that taken care of. We go now to the bottom of the third inning, and the first pitch swung on and fouled back out of play. 0-1 to Brandon Riemersma, the designated hitter for Trinity Christian. So a little bit of controversy here early in the ball game, resulting in a Robert Morris run. Here's the wind and the 0-1. Swung on and lined into the air. Center field Canaire there, and reaches up. He lifted his right leg off the ground, and with 1 foot still on the ground, made the catch. And that's the first out of the inning. And back to the top of the order now for Trinity Christian. So here's Sam Herzog, the left fielder.
Left fielder, number 17, Sam Herzog.
Herzog walked in the first inning, advanced on a wild pitch, but was left on the bases. First pitch right up the middle, over the mound, and hopping into center field for a base hit. Well, there's been no shortage of base runners for Trinity Christian in this game, and right now they trail 1-0. So 1 on and 1 out now for the center fielder, Chris Baker. Baker likewise in the first inning walked and advanced on a wild pitch. Trinity Christian left 2 men on in the first inning. Then they got the leadoff batter aboard in the second inning on a base hit, but he was erased on a nicely turned 4-6-3 double play. Here's the set now, and the pitch. And that'll be over but low, and it's 1-0. Baker, left-handed hitter, windmills the bat around. Here's the set and the pitch. Breaking ball, a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Jake Thole next, and then Alex Nissel. Bottom 3. 1-0. Robert Morris has the lead. Mike Casterline has had to work around quite a few base runners in the early going of this game. Comes set, takes his time, and now time will be called. Trinity Christian finished the year winning their last 2 games, defeating St. Francis in the second game of a doubleheader 7-5, and then winning over USF 8-5 in the final game of the year. And that last pitch missing, so it's 3 balls and no strikes to Chris Baker. Kind of crowds the plate, toes just inside the inner line of the batter's box. Throw to first now, and the runner back in safely. Game number 2 today will feature at 1 p.m. the 3 versus 6 seed matchup. Olivet Nazarene against St. Ambrose. As there's a strike called. 3-1 here to Chris Baker. Robert Morris, the only run of the game in the top half of this 3rd inning. Casterline throws to first, the runner back in. Robert Morris in their road jerseys today. Maroon tops, gray pants, maroon caps with the gold bill. Trinity Christian in the all-white jerseys with the light blue numerals. And another 3-1. Swinging a chopper to the right of the mound. Charging Broccolino at second. Bare hands, comes up throwing, and in time, and a nicely done put out there by Chris Broccolino at second base. Herzog goes to second on the play. 2 outs in the inning, but a runner in scoring position for Jake Thole, the catcher. Boy, that was a nifty play there by Broccolino. Charging, bare-handing, and in one fell swoop, able to fire to first and get him by, I'd say, around a half a step. So here's Thole. Thole 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Chance here with a base hit to tie the game. Perhaps. As a runner, Herzog in scoring position, takes his lead off second base. Now time called before the first pitch of the at-bat. Bottom of the 3rd, Robert Morris with a 1-0 lead. Here's the set. And the pitch. Strike call on the outside edge. 0-1 to Thole. Trying to keep the inning alive for Alex Nissel. He awaits on deck for Trinity Christian. Thole out of the box, now back in. The set. And the 0-1. Breaking ball in there. Called strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Thole. So Casterline, he's stranded 2 in the first inning, then got a double play to thwart a possible early rally in the second, and now he's trying to get out of this inning with a runner in scoring position. Casterline leans in, takes his time, gets the sign. Looks at second, comes to the plate. That's a called 3rd strike, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, Trinity Christian gets a runner in scoring position, but cannot bring him around. No runs in the inning. On a hit. No errors, 1 left on base. 3 complete in the books. It is Robert Morris 1, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Right back here in Joliet, and Chris Broccolino on the first pitch grounds one to Wood, who scoops it up nicely after moving kind of in and to his right. Throws to first and gets Broccolino on a close play. So that's the way the fourth inning begins. Nice defensive work there. And so here's Todd Arsucci, the first baseman now for Robert Morris University. Robert Morris leading it by a score of 1-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. They scored a run in the third. That's the only run of the game thus far. There's a strike called, 0-1. Succi 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Next pitch, and that looks like missed a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Boy, you cannot, with Howell working, cannot take your eye off the diamond here. Here's the 1-1. That'll be upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. But that is never a bad thing. Working quickly here. Keeps everybody in the game. Here's the 2-1. Missing inside. 3 balls and a strike here. 3, 4, and 5 due up in the order in this inning for Robert Morris. Broccolino already retired on 1 pitch. The 3-1, Succi swings and a ground ball up the line, wide of the bag third. That'll fill it up 3 balls and 2 strikes. Robert Morris, as we talked about a moment ago, scoring a lot of runs. They scored 12 runs in each of their last 3 games, sweeping a series with Trinity International. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, just inside the line for a fair ball. It'll roll into the corner of the bullpen mounds. And so Todd Arsucci in with a double, and that's the second potential run on the board for Robert Morris in scoring position, and that'll bring up David Duggar. Well, that ball was floated down the line and just barely landed inside the white paint as it is. We always say at ballparks with the fields of this type, this is all turf, although it looks like a traditional infield with green where the grass would be and then brown painted turf where the infield dirt and cutouts would be. Duggar 0 for 1, fly to left field his first time up. So 1 on 1 out here in the Robert Morris fourth. He bunts, does Duggar, and he kind of cues it near the end of his bat. That's where the contact was made, and it went to the right side. 0-1 now to Duggar. No balls, 1 strike to David Duggar. We play in the top of the fourth inning, 1-0. Robert Morris has the lead. Christian Howell comes set now. And the pitch, swinging a foul at home plate, and that makes it no balls and 2 strikes to Duggar. He'll be followed by Connor McNamara and then Diego Rincon. Robert Morris getting their only run in the third inning after an error opened the inning. Diego Rincon was allowed to reach base on that error, and he ultimately came around to score on a disputed play at first base. Swinging a 1-hopper, knocked down there at first base, recovering, and no play here. Blake, it kind of actually, I was maybe not entirely correct in saying he knocked it down. It looked like it went off the edge of his glove. Todd Arsucci to third on the play. Duggar aboard. And I believe that'll be scored in E3. Second error of the game on Trinity Christian. Here's Connor McNamara now. That was the case there where I think Blake was in a little bit too much of a hurry. So McNamara 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up to second base. First pitch to him. And that'll be over but low, and it's 1-0. McNamara looks down at third base to head coach Jason Becker, flashing the signs. Chance here for Robert Morris to extend their lead. And the next pitch, swinging a sharp grounder up the first base side, just wide of the bag, foul. 1-1 now to McNamara. McNamara adjusting his helmet. Again, looking down at third base. Todd Arsucci at third. David Duggar is at first. Here's the set. And the pitch swung on and lifted into left field. That'll stay up there. Coming on, Herzog makes a one-handed catch for the outrunner from third, tagging. A 2-hop throw to the plate. Tag applied, not in time. And this time Trinity Christian will dispute the call as the run comes in to make it 2-0 Robert Morris. That was a 2-hop throw into Thole from Herzog. Duggar stays at first. McNamara the RBI on the sacrifice fly. That is the second out of the inning. And that will bring to the plate Diego Rincon. Jake Thole thought he had the tag applied there. Robert Morris crowd supporting that call. And here's Rincon, who reached on an error. Back in the third inning and ultimately came around to score. Duggar going from first. Ground ball to second base. He was covering the bag there. At second base was Caceres, and he was right where the ball was hit, fielded and threw to first to end the inning. Caceres in the right place at the right time there. But Robert Morris adds to their lead as they pick up a run. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is Robert Morris 2, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we move here to the bottom of the fourth inning. In the last half inning, the Duggar at bat was scored a hit by official scorer Dave Laquetta. So 1 run on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on in the top of the fourth inning. And as it is now a 2-0 lead for Robert Morris University. Alex Nissel will lead it off here for Trinity Christian. And the line in the first pitch to him from Mike Casterline. And that'll be in there. Called strike, look like around the letters. 0-1 to Nissel. Nissel, Caceres, and Culture due up here for the Trinity Christian Trolls. We'll need to try to come from behind in this game. Here's the next pitch, waved at and missed. And so, no balls and 2 strikes here to Alex Nissel. Nissel 0 for 1, he flied to center field his first time up. As we play here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 9-inning games. I believe the run rule is applicable in first round games of the tournaments. Although right now we've got a good kind of pitcher's duel going on here. There's a swing and a bouncer to third base, and that'll be booted there at third by Connor McNamara. That'll be an E5. And Nissel is aboard to lead off the Trinity Christian fourth inning, and that'll bring up Josh Caceres. Caceres 0 for 1, he grounded to the second baseman his first time up. As we play here in the bottom half of inning number 4, Mike Casterline coming set now. And the first pitch swung on and fouled to the left out of play. 0-1 to the left-handed hitting Caceres. Caceres windmills the bat around a bit. Casterline looks in for the sign. And the delivery. Swinging a line drive, and that'll be a fair ball up the right field line. Duggar tracking it down near the bullpen as he slides, kind of bobbles it there a little bit, but it'll be a 2-base hit and runners at second and third for Trinity Christian. So Nissel to third, Caceres with a double, and the tying runs are in scoring position now for Trinity Christian. That ball was drilled. So an error and a double. 2 on, nobody out for the right fielder, Will Culture.
Right fielder, number 16, Will Culture.
So Culture will stand in. Culture in the game is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up and then was erased later in the inning back in the second inning on a double play. First pitch here, breaking ball, called strike, and it is 0-1. to Culture. Culture right-handed batter awaits. Big opportunity here for Trinity Christian. McNamara on the edge of the infield grass, if you will, at third base. Again, it's the all-turf field, but we'll go with the traditional description as there's a swinging little number foul to the right of home plate. And so 0-2 here to Culture. He'll be followed by Austin Wood and then Liam Blake if we get that far. So we play here in the bottom of the fourth inning, game one of the 2019 CCAC Baseball Championship. Great to have you with us as we hold fourth this year after a few years of the tournament being played at Judson University in Elgin. We are here in Joliet, Illinois at Route 66 Stadium. There's a swing and a miss. And just to be sure, Jordan Fox, the catcher, tags out Culture. So there's a strikeout for Casterline, and that's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate the shortstop, Austin Wood. Wood hit into a double play his first time up back in the second inning. That squelched what was a promising start for Trinity Christian. Here's the set now, and the first pitch to Wood. Low and away, and it's 1-0. Now, these are opportunities, especially when you're facing an ace for Trinity Christian, that you do not want to let get by. Runners at second and third. One down in the inning. An error and then a double. As there's a swing and a high pop-up. Right side foul territory. First baseman Suchi moving over toward the dugout. Gives a look. Leans over the railing. Can't get to it. 1-1 here to Austin Wood. Casterline slowly getting back to the pitcher's rubber as Wood stands in with a 1-1 count. Bottom four, 2-0 Robert Morris. Trinity Christian with runners in scoring position. There's a swing and a ground ball by McNamara at third as he dove for it, but it got by him. One runner's in, second runner being waved around. Here comes the throw in from left field. Too late, and it's a tie game. A base hit for Wood. He'll take second on the throw into the plate, and we're even at 2. Well placed there on the hit by Wood. Drives in a pair to tie the game at 2, and the go-ahead run in scoring position now for Trinity Christian. So we are all even here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Good game to start off the tournament. Liam Blake batting. He's 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. First pitch to him. Swings and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Boy, that hit by Wood, grounding to the left side. McNamara diving at third. And then coming up with it in left field was Rincon, and I think he took an extra step there. That might have cost him a chance to get the runner at the plate. Took an extra step before he let go of the ball. 0-1 now to Liam Blake. Casterline comes set in the pitch. Swinging a breaking ball over the left side of the mound. Glove there at short by Kemp. Throws to first in time. Good play by Suchi there, reaching across his body. Wood goes to third on the play. There are now 2 down in the inning. And that'll bring up Brandon Remersma, the designated hitter. So Remersma will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He flied to center field. Go-ahead run at third base, 90 feet away, but now 2 are down here. Casterline deals, and it'll be over but low, and it's 1-0 to Remersma. Remersma, the number 9 hitter in the order, and back to the top of the order will go if he continues the inning. Sam Herzog awaits on deck. Swing and a miss, way ahead of a breaking ball. 1-1 the count. So Robert Morris with single runs in the third and fourth. Trinity Christian striking back with a pair of their own here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-2 game. And the next pitch missing well outside. 2 balls and a strike. Remersma came in hitting .324 on the year. Here's the next pitch. Swinging a bouncer to the left side. Kemp at short, gobbles it up, throws to first, and that'll end the inning. But Trinity Christian able to come back with a pair, and they pulled even in the game. In the inning, 2 runs. 2 hits, an error, and 1 left on base. And after 4, we're all even at 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the top of the 5th inning, and on the first pitch of the inning, driving one to deep into the left field corner, Connor McLean, the designated hitter, but a good jump there in left field by Herzog, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. We've seen a couple of innings now, at least 2, where we've had 1 pitch and 1 out, and now here's the catcher for Robert Morris, Jordan Fox. Fox, a single and an RBI in the game. 2-2 game here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch to Fox is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. McLean, Fox, and then the top of the order, Kinnair coming up here for Robert Morris University. Now Fox steps out of the box, takes a practice swing, back in. We're in the first of 4 games today and tonight. As Fox began to swing, held up, the pitch was in there anyway for a called strike, so Fox behind at 0-2. Christian Howell upright on the mound. Winds, and the next pitch, swing, and this ball is pulled foul down the left field line. Nope, it'll be landing inside the line for a fair ball. I thought that was for sure was going to be foul. Called it too early, and a base hit here for Jordan Fox. And Darren Geska will come in to run for him. When that ball was floating in depth perception-wise, I thought it was hooking, but it landed almost on the line. And so a runner at first with 1 away for Robert Morris here in the 5th. Back to the top of the order, here's Adam Kinnair.
Center fielder number 22, Adam Kinnair.
So Kinnair will step in. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Has a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Throw to first, and the runner back in. Geska at first base. He is a 6'3", 215-pounder from Buffalo, New York. There's a called strike to Kinnair, and it's 0-1 to him. Geska has had some at-bats this year, but for the most part, he's played the role that he is now as a courtesy runner. No balls and 1 strike. Howell coming set, and the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Good pitch there, and Kinnair behind at 0-2. Inning started out well for Howell. On the first pitch, he retired McLean on a rocket to left field, but then the base hit, and now 1 on and 1 out in the inning. Here's the set now, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball was down in the zone, and Kinnair came up empty. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll send to the plate Ricky Kemp.
Shortstop number 31, Ricky Kemp.
4th strikeout of the game for Howell, his first since he struck out the side back in the 1st inning. Kemp now awaits the first pitch, and that will be a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Boy, with this strike zone right now, the hitters, they need to be aware, and they need to be swinging the bat. Here's the 0-1. Strike called on the outside corner again, 0-2. Kemp has a strikeout and a ground out to the shortstop. So Howell quickly trying to work around that 1-out single here in the 5th inning. Runner takes his lead. Here's the 0-2. Just off the outside edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch was very near the spot where the first two were. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side toward the hole, and it'll be into left field for a base hit. Diving to his right there was the shortstop. Wood just was beyond the reach of, just beyond the edge of his glove as he reached for it. So Kemp aboard. Geska goes to second base. 2 hits in the inning, and that'll bring up Chris Broccolino. Broccolino is 0 for 2 in the game this morning. He struck out in the first inning and grounded out to the shortstop back in the fourth. Top of the 5th inning, 2-2 game. Christian Howell looks in, comes set, first pitch. Jammed him, and it's hit into the air, deep down the left field line. Long run here, and that'll be onto the berm and out of play. Herzog giving a look, actually kind of leaned over the railing there near the bullpen mounds there in left field. But it goes as a long strike, and it's 0-1 to Broccolino. So Robert Morris a run in the third, a run in the fourth, and Trinity Christian a pair in the fourth, and that's where we stand. 2-2 game. Here's the set and the pitch. And that'll be just off the outside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler Suchy would be next as we play here in the top of the 5th inning. Broccolino awaits. Runners at first and second. Next pitch, swing and a miss. That ball dove down in the zone, and Broccolino swung over it. That was a beautiful pitch there. That's one of those pitches where you're either going to miss or you're going to kind of just tap it foul. It's almost, I think, impossible to get the bat on the ball there on a pitch like that and hit it into fair territory. 1-2 to Broccolino. Howell trying to close the door here, and he does so. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, Robert Morris, they put 2 on board, but they cannot score. No runs in the inning for Robert Morris. On 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. Halfway home in game 1 of this tournament. It is Robert Morris 2, Trinity Christian 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we move here to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 ball game. And top of the order coming up now for Trinity Christian's Trolls. So the left fielder Sam Herzog will lead it off for TCC. Mike Casterline upright on the mound, and the wind in the first pitch here, the bottom of the 5th inning. And it'll be taken up high, and it's 1-0. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Robert Morris. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Trinity Christian. Here comes the next pitch from Casterline, taken high and outside. So that'll make it 2 balls and no strikes to Herzog. Herzog has reached in both of his plate appearances today, has a walk and also has a single. He advanced as far as second in the 3rd inning, but was left there. 2-0, strike called over the outer half. 2 balls and a strike to Sam Herzog. Bottom of the 5th inning in a 2-2 ball game. And Herzog taking here, just missed the outside edge. 3-1 to Herzog. Herzog, Baker, and Thole coming up for Trinity Christian. Here comes the 3-1 from Mike Casterline. High and tight, ball 4 and a leadoff walk. So Herzog, for the second time in the ball game, leads off an inning with a base on balls, and here's Chris Baker. Baker has a walk and also is grounded out to Chris Broccolino at second on a good play by Broccolino. That was back in the third inning. So they'll go ahead and run a board here for Trinity Christian in the bottom of the fifth. Casterline out of the stretch. And he deals. Swing and a ground ball that hits Casterline, deflects to the right of the mound. Casterline picks it up with his glove, then throws to first. Got the runner there, but not by much. Herzog able to advance to second, and that's the first out of the inning. Going to bring up Jake Thole, the catcher. Thole today is 0 for 2. Pair of strikeouts. Struck out swinging in the first and then got caught looking back in the third inning. Thole looks like he tapped the toe of his right shoe there, and now he's into the batter's box. Go ahead run in scoring position now with 1 away in the inning. Thole with a chance here to give Trinity Christian their first lead of the ball game as the first pitch low and outside, and it's 1-0. Casterline has had to work around numerous situations in this game thus far. He walked the first 2 batters of the game and got out of it. Got out of the second inning with a double play after allowing a single. Finally got touched for the 2 in the fourth. Ball low and outside. Good block behind the plate by Jordan Fox. Though it's 2 balls and no strikes now to Thole. Winner of this game will play tomorrow night. Have a nice long rest. While the loser of this game will play tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. In an elimination game. Our first elimination game of the tournament will be tomorrow morning at 10. There's a swing and a ground ball. Hit hard, but directly at Kemp at short. Gloves throws to first. And a little bit high, but a good balancing act on the bag there at first by Todd Ursucci as Herzog goes to third on the 6-3 putout. 2 away in the inning for Alex Nissel. Nissel in the ball game is officially 0 for 2, although he did reach on an error. And came around to score back in the fourth inning. That was the first of the 2 Trinity Christian runs. Go ahead run at third, and the first pitch over below, and it's 1-0. Trolls have left 4 men on base in the ball game, and they left the go ahead run at third back in the fourth inning when Austin Wood was stranded at third base. Here's the 1-0, breaking ball. A little bit high, 2 balls and no strikes. All right, here's the set. 2-0 breaking ball. Missed upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. Well, first base open, a walk, not the worst thing in the world here. Nissel awaits, back foot just inside the back line of the batter's box. 3-0. That'll be low, a 4-pitch walk. Boy, I almost get the impression there that Casterline may have been pitching around the Trinity Christian cleanup hitter. Nissel coming in with 8 home runs on the year. 320 average, and now Jason Becker will head out to the mound here for a little bit of a chat. Nobody warming up in the Robert Morris bullpen. So we play here in the bottom of the 5th inning in a 2-2 ball game. I'd almost seen that last at bat, the classic unintentional, intentional walk, if you will. Home plate umpire now will head toward the mound, although he's kind of angling to the right of the mound, and now he'll walk to the edge, make a little bit of a left turn, and now he'll kind of look in on the meeting, which quickly now breaks up. So Josh Caceres now batting here for Trinity Christian. Caceres, a ground out to the second baseman rather, and a double in the game. That double put men on second and third, and then Wood later in the inning drove in both runners to tie the game. Swinging a line drive up the middle, that'll be into center field for a base hit, and Trinity Christian takes their first lead of the game. Runner from first, he'll go to third, and it's a 3-2 Trinity Christian lead. Caceres delivers on the first pitch. And he puts the Trolls in front for the first time this afternoon. Herzog coming around to score, so the leadoff walk comes back to hurt Casterline. Nissel on the play going to third. Here's Will Culture, the right fielder. So after Robert Morris took a 2-0 lead, Trinity Christian battles back, and now they're in front. Culture, a single and a strikeout in the game today. First pitch called strike, and it's 0-1. Well, runners at first and third right now. Casterline wanting to limit the damage here in this inning. He was close to getting out of it. As that next pitch taken for a called strike. And quickly now, Culture is in an 0-2 hole. A little bit of chirping from the Trinity Christian bench, it sounded like there on that call. 2 balls and no strikes. Check that. No balls and 2 strikes. Check that and reverse it. And now Casterline will step off the rubber. Now he's back on. The set and the 0-2. Runner at first going, swung on, and that'll be a swing and a miss. And then a drop third strike, and Fox in front of the plate throws to first, and that'll end the inning. But Trinity Christian able to take the lead as they pick up a run in the inning. The leadoff walk proving to be damaging for RMU. As in the inning, they get a run on 1 hit. Pair of walks, no errors, and a runner left on base. 2 left on base. We played through 5. And your score, Trinity Christian 3, Robert Morris 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go to the top of the 6th inning at Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, Illinois. Trinity Christian coming back after trailing early 2-0. And they have taken a 3-2 lead here. Tyler Suchy will lead it off here. Suchy, Duggar, and McNamara due up for the Robert Morris University Eagles. And here we go. Here's the wind now, and the first pitch from Howell. This is hit well to left field, but it stays up, and coming on, Herzog in left field makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And once again, I think that's at least the 3rd inning of the game now where Robert Morris has gone after the first pitch and had a quick out recorded, and now stepping to the plate will be David Duggar. Duggar 1 for 2 in the game, fly to left field back in the 2nd inning, and then he singled in the 4th. First pitch to him, strike called, and it's 0-1. Sun for the moment behind, I think, some thin cloud cover, still casting some faint shadows here at Route 66 Stadium. There's a swing and a foul to the right out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to David Duggar. Duggar looks down at third base. Not much going on in the way of signage from third base and Robert Morris head coach Jason Becker. Duggar began to swing, held up, and they appealed to the infield umpire who said that he did check his swing, so 1-2 to Duggar. Game 2 coming up today, 1 p.m. That will feature Olivet Nazarene, the number 3 seed, against St. Ambrose, the number 6 seed. Duggar tried to get out of the way of that one, but it grazed him, and so he's aboard after being hit by a pitch. So a one-out base runner, and that's the tying run aboard for Robert Morris, and that'll bring up Connor McNamara, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 38, Connor McNamara.
McNamara is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Drove in a run on a sac fly back in the 4th inning. Swinging a foul, bouncing toward the first base side dugout. 0-1 to McNamara. Trinity Christian, the home team, but they're in the first base dugout. That doesn't seem to be very meaningful anymore, have much meaning. As the next pitch low, 1-1. I can remember where it was almost a requirement that you'd have the home team in the third base dugout and the road team in the first base dugout, but not anymore. Runner going here, throw is low, throw down to second base, high and into center field. Duggar gets up after sliding in, and he'll take third on an error. So the tying run 90 feet away. David Duggar, ever so dangerous on the base paths, as we noted earlier on in the ball game. Duggar coming in successful in 19 of 20 now, 20 of 21 attempts to steal this year, and then he went to third on the error. Here's the set now by Howell, and the pitch. Breaking ball. Looked like a little bit low. So Robert Morris a chance to retie the game. The count to the batter is 3-1. There's a call and strike, 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Connor McNamara. Hit batter and an error, so a little bit of a shaky inning defensively for Trinity Christian. And Robert Morris will try to make them pay. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff. Strike 3 call to the outside corner. McNamara tossed the bat away and was headed to first base, but the umpire says not quite so fast. And so 2 away, and here's Diego Rincon.
Left fielder, number 21, Diego Rincon.
Rincon has reached on an error and also grounded out. So Howell trying to strand that tying run at third base. First pitch to him, or from him, and it's a strike to Rincon, and it's 0-1. Rincon out of the box, back in. You get the sense here that Robert Morris, they think this is a big chance, big at bat. There's a ball that's topped and kind of chopped foul toward the third base side on deck circle, and it's 0-2 to Rincon. So Howell a chance here, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning without any damage and keeping his team in front. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Trinity Christian the lead by a score of 3-2. Here comes the set and the 0-2. Taken low, and that runs into 1-2. Oh, that looked close from up here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Diego Rincon. Connor McLean would be next if the inning continues. One ball, 2 strikes to Rincon. Right-handed batter awaits. Righty versus righty here. And the delivery. Reaches out and lifts it into the air. Popped up right side and out of play. Blake at first and the catcher Thole giving a look, but to no avail. And it stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rincon still out of the box, takes a practice swing. And now back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Robert Morris left fielder. The pitch. Swing and a chopper up the third base side. Charging here, gloving in fair territory at third. Nissel throws to first. Pulled the first baseman off the bag, and a run will score, and we're tied at 3. So Rincon aboard. Duggar comes in to score, and it's a 3-3 game. Nissel had a tough play, charged, gloved nicely, but the throw pulling Blake off the bag at first. So a 3-3 ball game. And here's the first pitch, grounded just wide of third, foul by Connor McLean, the designated hitter. Trinity Christian now charged with a second error in this game. As there's a swing and a miss. I thought I heard through our effects mic that it might have been tipped. But either way, 0-2 to Connor McLean. Jordan Fox would be next, then back to the top of the order. Good ball game here in our tournament opener. 3-3 tie, top of the sixth. There's a ball well low and outside. Good stop there behind the plate by Thole. 1-2 here to Connor McLean. Right-handed batter, even stance. Swings and misses here, and that will be out number 3, and the inning ends. But Robert Morris comes back to tie, as in the inning. 1 run, an error, and 1 left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We are tied at 3, and this is CCAC Tournament Baseball. And we're back here at Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, Illinois. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Austin Wood leading it off for Trinity Christian takes the first pitch for a strike, then he fouls the second pitch of the inning back out of play, so he's quickly behind at 0-2. In that last half inning, by the way, Rincon's at bat scored a hit, so a run on a hit, an error, and 1 left on for Robert Morris. So we go bottom of the 6th inning in a 3-3 game. Here's the 0-2 to Wood. Swinging a bouncer, and that's just wide of third foul, and it stays no balls and 2 strikes. Wood, Blake, and Ramirez Madu up here for Trinity Christian in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mike Casterline into the wide, and the pitch. Swinging a foul back out of play. I think that was a good job by Wood there. Reached out at a pitch that came down a little bit low in the zone, but he was taking no chances and got a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive. Wood today is hit into a double play and also has singled, and he's knocked in a pair. Next pitch to the backstop. Caught the edge of Jordan Fox's catcher's mitt, but it sails to the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Austin Wood. 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Robert Morris. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Trinity Christian. And the next pitch swung on and topped foul to the left of home plate. It stays a ball and 2 strikes. Trinity Christian wrapped up the year with a 3-game series against St. Francis. They lost the opener, but then won the latter 2 games. Trinity Christian eclipsing 20 runs twice this season. Both teams the potential for a lot of offense, but it's been a good game here. Low scoring. As there's a high pop-up right side that'll be out of play. Trinity Christian scoring 22 against St. Ambrose on the 20th of April, and before that they scored 24, put up 24 against Calumet St. Joseph in a 24-13 win on the 9th of April. Both teams with the potential to explode at any time. The next pitch high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Casterline kicks and deals. 2-2. Wave and a miss, strike 3, and that's the first out of the Trinity Christian 6th inning. And that'll bring to the plate Liam Blake. Blake this morning is 0 for 2. Yep, we're still at about 11:29. Not about, exactly 11:29 a.m., so you still have to say it's the morning as the first pitch over but low. 1-0 to Liam Blake. Start times were moved back by a half hour in the first round in all the games this season. They started the games last year a half hour later than this schedule. There's a strike called. 1-1. Last year it was 10:30, 1:30, 4:30, 7:30, and this year just a half hour back for each of the start times. Thus, a 10 a.m. start here today. Casterline kicks and throws, and it's served. A little flare to short right field. Backing up on it, Broccolino makes the catch. 2 away for Brandon Ramirez-Ma. Casterline working on what would be his first 1-2-3 inning. He faced the minimum back in the 2nd inning, but he allowed a hit and then got around that by inducing a double play. The wind and the delivery, and that'll be a strike. No balls and a strike here to Ramirez-Ma. The number 9 man in the order, trying to keep the inning going for the top of the order for Trinity Christian. Bottom of the 6th inning in a 3-3 game. There's a strike called. No balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes to Ramirez-Ma. Casterline into the wind of the pitch, low and outside. 1-2. Let's see now where the catcher Fox sets up here. One ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So for Trinity Christian, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base after 6 complete. It's Robert Morris 3, Trinity Christian 3, and this is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Top half of inning number 7 here in Joliet. Jordan Fox, the Robert Morris catcher, leading it off. Took the first pitch, and now he takes another one. And so, as we begin the top half of inning number 7, I believe it is a 2-0 count here to Fox. Here's the next pitch. In there for a called strike. So 2-1 to Fox. Fox, Kinnear, and Kemp due up here for Robert Morris in a 3-3 game. As there's a strike called, and that'll even it up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a ball lifted in the air, but it'll slice foul out of play to the right. And it stays 2-2. Coming up later on today at 1 p.m., Olivet Nazarene and St. Ambrose. Then at 4, St. Francis against Roosevelt. There's a ball low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And then tonight to round it out, prime time, 7 o'clock. St. Xavier against Indiana South Bend, 1 versus 8. And back at it for 4 tomorrow. There's a swing and a foul back out of play, and it stays 2-2. 4 more tomorrow, same times, and then off Sunday, and then back with 4 on Monday. And then after that, boy, Monday is the real big day, I think, in the tournament every year. There's a ball low and inside, and so the go-ahead run aboard here as Fox is on base for the 3rd time in as many plate appearances this afternoon, I should say this morning. And Darren Geska will come in to run for him now. Fox with a pair of singles and a walk now. Back to the top of the order. Here's Adam Kinnear for Robert Morris. So Kinnear will bat. He is 0 for 3. Pair of strikeouts. He's also flied to right. And here's the set now and the first pitch to him. And it hits him. He tried to bunt the ball, and it looked like it hit him on the left shoulder, and it did. For a second, I say it looked like because for a second I thought maybe it hit the bat near the bat handle. So Kinnear is aboard after having been hit by a pitch, or did they call out a foul ball? Kinnear's coming back toward the plate. They give him his bat back. And now Jason Becker will ask here about that ruling. Boy, from our view up here in the booth, if you're watching our video stream, I'm literally right next to the camera, so the view is the same, and from that view, the body of the batter there was obscuring, in a way, the result of the pitch. So Kinnear back into the batter's box. Howell comes set, and the next pitch, he bunts the ball about halfway to the mound, picked up there by Howell, throws to first a little bit low, but it's in time for the out. Sacrifice there, and the go-ahead run aboard at second base now in scoring position for Robert Morris. So Kinnear the sacrifice on the 1-3 put out, and that'll bring up Ricky Kemp. Kemp, the Robert Morris shortstop, has a strikeout, a ground out, and a base hit. Flares this one, and it'll be over the head of the shortstop into short left field. Runner will be waved around and will be held up. A wide turn at third, and the runner will stay there. Geska, he came around third, and Jason Becker, the third base coach, it looked like he was going to begin to send him home, and then was indecisive about it, and Geska decided to stay at third base. So Kemp with a base hit on a little flare, and that'll bring up Chris Broccolino. So a great opportunity here for Robert Morris in the 7th inning. Runners at first and third, 1 away. Boy, could Christian Howell use a double play here? Broccolino this afternoon, I should say this morning, is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a ground out, and a strikeout again. The ground out was 6-3. If he hits to the shortstop here, it could be 2. First pitch, this is laced into left field, coming on quickly, and nice jump there in left field by Herzog. Makes the catch, runner from third tagging. Throw to the plate, one hopping in, and he's out by a good 6 feet. And that'll end the inning. He gets his double play, does Howell, although a little bit unconventional, but it gets the job done. So a double play there. Broccolino flies to left for the second out. And then Geska thrown out. 7-2 on the put out to end the inning. So in the inning, No runs on a hit, a walk, no errors, and one left on base. Stretch time in Joliet. We go bottom 7. It's a 3-3 game. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Good defensive work by Trinity Christian in the last half inning to keep the game tied at 3 as we go bottom of the 7th inning. Top of the order coming up now for Trinity Christian. Sam Herzog to lead it off for the Trolls, followed by Chris Baker and then Jake Thole. First pitch here, and that'll be on the outside edge for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Herzog, who has a walk, a single, and another walk, and a run scored in the game today. 3-3 tie. Tension here in this opening game of the tournament. One hopper right back to the pitcher. This will be a 1-3 put out. Castelline halfway to the bag, lobs it to first. So as we said, 1-3 on the put out, and that'll bring up Chris Baker. Baker, a walk and a pair of ground outs. Grounded out to second in the 3rd inning, and then back to first in the 5th inning. Keeping the numbers straight there. So Baker will stand in. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th, and a 3-3 game. Here's the wind and the first pitch now to Baker. And he takes for a strike, and so he is quickly behind at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that makes it 0-2. A 3-3 ball game, and Robert Moore so far out hitting Trinity Christian 7-5. There's a swing and a foul to the left side out of play. Landing on the concourse down the left field side. So it stays no balls and 2 strikes to Chris Baker, the Trinity Christian center fielder, the number 2 hitter in the Trolls order. Baker back into the batter's box. The wind and the pitch. Baker takes just off the outside corner. 1-2. Well, so Robert Morris in the game today, when you think back to the last half inning, here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging, this ball is bounced foul to the right side. Robert Morris right now 1 for 2 as far as plays at the plate. They've had 2 runners called out, but the first one, that was Diego Rincon, I believe, if memory serves. That call was reversed, and Robert Morris got credit for the run. There's a ball high. 2-2 here to Chris Baker now. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-3 ball game. Much at stake here in these opening round games. Swinging a high pop fly, short left field. Going out, the shortstop Kemp. And almost to mid-range left field. He backpedals and he makes the catch for the out. 2 out in the inning. And here's Jake Thole. When you win this game, you get a rest, you move on to the 2nd round and play tomorrow night. You do not win, and you have to come back tomorrow at 1 p.m. to play an elimination game. And not only that, you basically have to win 6 straight games to win the tournament. There's a swing and a foul back, and it's 0-1. One twist to that, St. Xavier, they won the regular season title. So if they make the final, the team they will play will also go to the NAIA World Series opening round. There's a ball high, and it's 1-1. That's happened in previous years, and that kind of takes the excitement, if you will, out of the final game. There's a swing and a ground ball directly at third. McNamara up with it. Throw to first, and that will be the third out in a 1-2-3 inning here for Trinity Christian in the bottom of the 7th inning. In the frame, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the 8th, tie game, 3-3. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We move to the top of the 8th inning. Tense game here in Game 1 of the 2019 CCAC Tournament Championship Tournament. As we head to the top of the 8th inning. Middle third of the order coming up for Robert Morris. And the first pitch hits the leadoff batter, Tyler Suchy. And so Robert Morris has the go-ahead run aboard here in the top of the 8th inning. Suchy walking down to first base, kind of waving his arms there, trying to, I think, stretch out that whatever pain might be there. And so now that'll bring to the plate David Duggar, who himself was hit by a pitch the last time he came to the plate. And it ultimately led to a run. He stole second, reached third on an error then on the throw. When he tried to steal second, the throw from Jake Thole went into center field. And he went to third. Duggar squares to bunt. The pitch, though, was outside, and so it's 1-0. Thole was ready to come up throwing there. Kind of swung his arm a little bit, but did not make the throw. As such, he was back in time. He takes his lead off first base. 1 ball, no strikes to David Duggar. And he squares to bunt, offers at that one, and he misses it. And then a throw to first base, and that'll be wild down the right field line, and Suchy will go to second base. So Thole with his second throwing error of the game. And Robert Morris now with a go-ahead run in scoring position. Duggar has a 1-1 count to him. So now David Duggar will be able to swing away here and a chance to give Robert Morris the lead. And here's the set now. Duggar squares to bunt, pulls the bat back, and hits it well to left field. Back deep toward the track goes the left fielder Herzog. Reaches up, looks like he made the grab. Runner from second will tag. And a relay into third, tag applied. He's out. Another great defensive play by Trinity Christian. That'll be, I think, a 7-6-5 scoring putout. Great throw by Herzog after he made the catch, backing up toward the track. Hit the cutoff or relay man, more likely be the better way to term it. And then the relay throw right on the mark. And that is the second out of the inning on the double play. Duggar flies to left. So 2 out, nobody on now for Connor McNamara. Swings and misses at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Oh, what a momentum swing that is. That'll boost the morale of Trinity Christian. And Robert Morris, great opportunity, may go by the boards. There's a chop foul to the right of home plate, and it's 0-2 to McNamara. Oh, this complexion of this inning is turned in a heartbeat. Trinity Christian 1 pitch away from potentially getting out of it here. Here's the 0-2, swinging a bouncer over the mound, charging it short, gloving there in front of the bag at second is Wood, throws to first, nicely done there, and that'll end the inning. Good defense from Trinity Christian. As in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a hit batter, and as it turns out, nobody left on base. We go bottom 8, tied at 3. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back here in a great game to start off the tournament at Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, Illinois. 3-3 game as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Alex Nissel has 4, 5, and 6 in the Trinity Christian order coming to the plate here. And Nissel will lead it off. Like Casterline, both starters still in the game, swinging a high pop-up right side, and that'll be out of play. About 2 rows back behind the first base dugout. Nissel is behind at 0-1. Nissel will fly out. He's reached on an errand, also has walked in the game this morning. 3-3 game. A lot of action on the bases here in this contest. 3-7-1 for Robert Morris. 3-5-3 for Trinity Christian. Trolls trying to work around 3 errors. They're still right in the thick of it. Next pitch is low and outside. 1-1 to Nissel. Nissel, Caceres, and Culture due up for Trinity Christian. Game 2 today, 1 p.m. between Olivet Nazarene and St. Ambrose. Here's the set of the next pitch. Strike called on the outside edge. Good pitch from Casterline, and it's now 1-2 to Nissel. Casterline leans in, gets the sign. And now the pitch. That'll be outside, and it is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. As actually, it looks like Tom Yeager is now in pitching here for RMU. Right-hander deals, and the next pitch misses outside, and it is going to run now to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeager this season 4-3 with a 3.17 ERA, 54 innings pitched, 55 hits, 31 runs, 19 of them earned. 17 walks, 47 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .261 against him. Swinging a chopper just inside the bag at third. Glove by McNamara. Long throw across the diamond. Stretched by Succi. and they get the out to lead off the Trinity Christian 8th inning. So 1 up and 1 down, and here's Josh Caceres. So Tom Yeager, the right-hander, on for Robert Morris. He's the junior from Oak Forest, Illinois, trying to keep this a tie game. Here's the set now, and the first pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Caceres is 2 for 3, grounded out, and then he had a double, and then an RBI single. Double in the 4th, a single in the 5th. Bright sunshine again here at Route 66 Stadium. And the next pitch misses outside, 1-1 to Caceres. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Yeager. Tailed toward the outside edge, waved at and missed. So 0-2. And the delivery. High and away, 1 ball. Make that, I beg your pardon. I've got actually 2-2 in my book, and it is 2-2. I said 0-2 before the pitch. And it is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 8th inning in a 3-3 tie. Here's the set by Yeager, and the pitch. Missed outside, that'll run at full 3-2. Trinity Christian, after having numerous base runners in the first 5 innings, they have been now retired in order in the last 2 frames. 3-2, fisted, and a little flare to shortstop. Kemp on the edge of the outfield turf makes the catch. Second out of the inning. 2 away for Will Culture, the right fielder now.
Right fielder number 16, Will Culture.
Culture is 1 for 3. He is singled and then struck out twice. Bottom 8, 3-3 game. Yeager 1 pitch away from sending us to the final inning of regulation. Deadlocked here. First pitch is over but low, and it's 1-0 to Culture. Culture, as we said, singled in the 2nd. And then he was out on as part of a double play, and then he has twice since then struck out swinging. Here's the pitch from Yeager. Right-hander deals. Strike called on the outer half, and it's 1-1. A great start to this tournament. Just getting underway. 4 games today, 4 more tomorrow before a break on Sunday. Swinging, this ball is laced into left center field for a base hit. A little bit of a roll out there, and going for second. Here's the throw in, and pulling up on a head-first slide was Culture. He tried to get up, get around the tag, and it didn't work, and that'll end the inning. I was about to say Culture was taking a wide turn at first, but he kept going all the way, full speed ahead, and he pays with an out at second base, so he gets a base hit, and then he's thrown out to end the inning. Second time Culture has been out on the base pass in the game this morning. So in the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go bottom 8, tied at 3. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. we go to the ninth, tied at 3, and a new pitcher on for Trinity Christian now. As on the bump will be John Vanderwall, 6'2", right-hander, a sophomore from Orland Park, Illinois. First pitch of the inning is there for a called strike as Diego Rincon leading it off for Robert Morris here in the 9th inning. So Vanderwall, a right-hander, works out of the stretch as so many pitchers do, even some starters these days. Swinging a ground ball over the left side of the mound and into center field for a base hit. That was just to the left of the pitcher's rubber. Rincon a leadoff single for Robert Morris, and the go-ahead run is aboard here in the 9th inning. Vanderwall this year 7-2 with a 3.64 ERA. This is his 13th appearance. He had 9 starts this year, 54 1/3 innings, 63 hits, 30 runs, 22 earned, 14 walks, 42 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .292 against him. And here's the first pitch, and Connor McLean squares the bunt, pulled the bat back, and the pitch came in high, and it's 1-0. 3-3 game, top of the 9th inning. Winner will move on. The loser will head to the bottom half of the bracket, and will have a long way back to the championship round. So much at stake here in this opening game of the tournament. Really, for all of the opening games of the tournament. There's a bunt attempt that's offered at, and whether he missed it or got a bat on it is immaterial. It's going to be a strike either way, and it's 1-1. I think he missed it. Well, if there was ever a situation where the sacrifice is in order, this is it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Vanderwall comes set. Long pause. Bunt attempt here, and it'll be pulled back, actually, to make it 2-1. Nissel was charging in about halfway down the line at third base there. 2-1 to McLean. Vanderwall being very careful here. Not wanting that runner to get to second, but in a way, though, they're also giving you an out. There's a bunt. Nissel charges, fields, he'll go to second base. And the throw to the third base side, but a good stretch there by the shortstop Wood to make the catch to get the force play. A risky play there, but it pays off. And so a runner stays at first, and there's 1 out of the inning. McLean aboard on the fielder's choice, and here is Jordan Fox. Fox is 2 for 2 with a walk and an RBI as a pair of singles in the game today. So 1 on, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. First pitch, breaking ball, missing outside, 1-0. Winner plays tomorrow night at 7. Loser plays tomorrow afternoon at 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Vanderwall looks in. And the pitch. And that'll be down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Adam Kinnair would be next, and then on to Ricky Kemp here in the top of the 9th inning. 3-3 game. Here's the set by Vanderwall. And the delivery. Breaking ball, strike called. Good pitch there on 2-0. Fox looking fastball, I think, there, and just laid off that breaking pitch, but it was in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike now to Fox. Fox, a quick look down at third base, now back into the batter's box. Vanderwall comes set. And the 2-2. And that hits him in the back. He spun. I thought for a minute it might miss him. But Fox is aboard. Runners at first and second with 1 away. That's the 3rd hit batter of the game combined here this morning. Darren Geska again in to run. Fox reaching base in all of his plate appearances here this morning. So 2 on, 1 out. Go-ahead run at second base for Robert Morris. And then we'll move back to the top of the Eagle order now. Here's Adam Kinnair. I think we have another pinch runner coming in now. Ty Castillo will run at second base. Here for McLean now.
Center fielder, number 22, Adam Kinnair.
So here's Adam Kinnair now. Kinnair had a sacrifice his last time up. Also has a pair of strikeouts and a fly out to right field. Here's the set now by Vanderwall. Tension here in the ninth inning. First pitch, breaking ball. Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch, and it's 0-1. Inning began with a single, but then Rincon was out on a fielder's choice on an attempted sacrifice. But now after that fielder's choice and a hit batter, we have runners at first and second. Vanderwall steps off the rubber. Canaire back in. Stance is angled ever so slightly toward the third base side. Back foot just inside the back line of the batter's box. Here's the pitch, low and outside, 1-1. One ball and one strike. Vanderwall looks in. Runners take their leads. Bit of a pause. Now the delivery. Breaking ball. Strike on the inner half. Another good pitch there, and it's 1-2 to Canaire. He's back into the batter's box. Taps the plate with his bat. Windmills the bat around. Now he waits here for the 1-2 offering. Vanderwall coming set. And the pitch. Strike three called on the outer half of the plate. Great pitch there, and that's the second out of the inning. Vanderwall, his first strikeout of the ball game since coming on here, and now that'll leave it up to Ricky Kemp. Kemp in the game today is 2 for 4. Struggled early with a strikeout and a ground out. Since then, he has singled twice. 2 on, 2 out, top of the ninth inning in a 3-3 game. Here's the first pitch. Kemp goes after it, and a bouncer up the first base line. It bounces over the bag. They're going to call it a foul ball. So 0-1 to Ricky Kemp. Kemp back to the batter's box. Another interesting half inning, and one of that is in what's been one of many. No balls and a strike. Long look in by Vanderwall, right-hander. Now comes set. Time called. Well, heading now to the early afternoon. Just past 12 noon here in the central time zone of these United States. Here's the set now and the delivery. Breaking ball, missed outside, and it's 1-1. Runners at first and second take their leads. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the set. And the pitch. Swinging a bouncer to the right side that'll get through into right field for a base hit. Runner being waved around third base. Here comes the throw in from right field. One hopping to the plate. Here's the tag, and the ball gets away. The run scores. Runner at first now will go to second, and Robert Morris has taken a 4-3 lead here in the top of the ninth inning. Kemp with the RBI single. Just barely got into right field. Charging there was Culture and right. He made a nice throw, but the run scores. Castillo coming in to score. 4-3 ball game. And now runners are at second and third as Geska went to third on the play. So now here's Chris Broccolino. Base hit here could almost put the game away as runners at second and third. This ball hit well deep to left field. Back toward the wall goes Herzog, and he'll have room, and he makes the catch to end the inning. That ball dying out there and left. Thought that had a chance to go out, but the ballpark held it. But Robert Morris with a huge run as they pick up a run in the inning. 1 run on, it looks like 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. And looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning, Wood, Blake, and Ramirzma coming up. We go bottom 9. It is Robert Morris 4, Trinity Christian 3. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we head to the bottom of the ninth inning, and Trinity Christian now needing a run to tie. Sun now behind some cloud cover that's moved in here. As Austin Wood will start it off here for Trinity Christian. First pitch from Tom Yeager, swinging a line drive, and that'll be into right center field for a base hit. Broccolino leaping there at second base, but it was just beyond his reach, and so Trinity Christian a good start here in this bottom of the ninth inning as they get a leadoff single. So Wood aboard at first on the base hit. And now here's Liam Blake. Wood now 2 for 4 in the game, and now Blake comes up. He's 0 for 3 this afternoon. So the tying run aboard at first base, Tom Yeager comes set in the first pitch. And he had to duck out of that one. Out of the way of that one did Blake. He was going to bunt, and that ball, had he not moved, would have hit him in the helmet. So 1-0 here to Blake. Looking in for the sign, Yeager. Robert Morris, 4-8-1. Trinity Christian, 3-5 and 4 errors. Throw to first and the runner back in. 4 errors. You can make it awfully tough on yourself to win ball games, especially at this stage of the season. 1 ball, no strikes to Liam Blake. Righty versus righty. And the pitch. There's a bunt. Push to the right side. Coming off the mound, Yeager. Fields throws to first. Successful sacrifice. And so the tying run is in scoring position with 1 away in the Trinity Christian ninth inning. So here's Brandon Ramirez now. He is 0 for 3 in the game. Ramirez awaits. And the first pitch to him. And that'll be over but low, and it's 1-0. Ramirez had a fly out in the center field, a ground out. Fly out to center field in the third, a ground out in the fourth inning. That was to the shortstop. Then he struck out back in the sixth inning. Here's the set by Yeager. Sun now back out here in Joliet. Next pitch high and away. 2-0 here to the Trinity Christian 9-hitter. Robert Morris with a run in the top of the ninth inning. Trinity Christian trying to come back. They have the tying run aboard in scoring position here. 4-3 game. 1 away, bottom 9. A thriller here to open the conference tournament. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul ball, right side, out of play. Lands on the concourse, and caroms back onto the berm. Ramirez now in a 2 balls and 1 strike count. Yeager, long look in for the sign now. And he comes set, and the pitch. Came inside, began to swing, and then Remersma held up, and it's now 2-2. Check that. We'll check the board here, and on the board it is 3-1 actually. 3 balls and a strike. Mark that pitch in the wrong box in my scorebook. 3 balls and a strike here. Yeager certainly does not want to walk the number 9 hitter. There's a swing and a foul back. Now 3-2. Remersma got a pitch to hit there, went after it, but was on with the timing, but didn't catch it flush, and it went foul to the backstop. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeager comes set. Here's the payoff. High ball 4, and that puts the go-ahead run, the potential winning run, on base. So, runners at first and second with 2 down, and here is Sam Herzog as we recycle back to the top of the Trinity Christian order. Great drama here in this first game of the tournament.
Left fielder, number 17, Sam Herzog.
So Sam Herzog will step up and stand in. Herzog has a walk, a single, another walk, and a ground out to the pitcher. Tying run at second, winning run at first base. Here's the first pitch. High for ball 1. Chris Baker, the center fielder, awaits on deck. He's over near the dugout. The on-deck circles are very, very close to the plates here. Really, they should have been, they're stenciled in on the field. As there's a strike called, and it is 1-1. They really should be near on what would be a warning track. There is dirt-colored paint around the edge of the field here from foul pole to foul pole, and of course the warning track out in the outfield, and that's where the on-deck circles, I think, would have been better placed. There's a fastball strike at the letters. I thought it was going to come in high, but it goes to 1-2 here now to Sam Herzog. Runners at first and second, one away. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run, the winning run at first for Trinity Christian. Here's the set and the 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2 count. Trinity Christian scored 2 in the fourth to tie the game, and then they took their first lead in the fifth inning with a run, but Robert Morris coming back to tie, and then they reclaimed the lead with a run in the top of the ninth inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch from Yeager. High and away, ball 3. Well, the last thing Yeager wants right now is a walk. That would put the tying and winning runs in scoring position. Herzog, left-handed batter, awaits. Here's the set by Yeager, and the 3-2. Missed outside, ball 4. Herzog gets his walk, and the bases are loaded. So Trinity Christian a chance here to end this game potentially with a base hit. And Tom Yeager is about to head into the heart of the order here for Trinity Christian, and out comes Jason Becker on the mound. Boy, so much at stake. Such a close game here as well in the first round, this first round game. And depending on when you lose, when you're in the top half of the bracket, that affects how many games you need to win coming back, trying to go all the way back into the championship round early next week. Championship round begins Tuesday at 4. When the winner of the losers bracket will, actually it begins Tuesday at 7, I beg your pardon. There will be an elimination game at 4 on Tuesday to decide the team that will meet the winner's bracket winner. All right, the meeting in the mound breaks up. Chris Baker ready to go. Baker is 0 for 3 with a walk. Popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Bases loaded. 1 out in the inning. Robert Morris clinging to a 4-3 lead. Baker, left-handed batter, digs in. Here's the set by Tom Yeager. First pitch, Baker takes high, and it's 1-0. Baker walked in the first inning, advanced on a wild pitch, was stranded at first base. Since then, he's grounded out twice and popped out. 1 ball, no strikes here. Yeager right now, I think, seemingly having trouble with his location. As the next pitch, that was in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Walked the previous batter. Actually walked the previous 2 after allowing the leadoff single to begin this bottom of the ninth inning. 4-3, Robert Morris the lead here. In the bottom of the ninth, here's the next pitch. Strike at the letters. And it's 1-2. I thought that would come in a little high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake Thole awaits on deck. He will bat unless there's a double play. Double play would end the game and give Robert Morris the victory. Here's the set. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A huge strike out there for Yeager. And that is out number 2. Yeager comes back there nicely after walking the last 2 batters, and now that'll bring up Jake Thole. Thole in the game is 0 for 4. A pair of strikeouts and a pair of groundouts. He is the last hope for Trinity Christian and needs to deliver here for the Trolls. I've always said, always been a fan of the game. All you want is to have it come down to the final batter. We have that here. Here's a swing and a high pop-up right side. Foul territory. Suchi moving over on the warning track near the bullpen, near the railing. Reaches over, makes the catch to end the game. Tyler Suchi leaning over the railing. Another 6 inches, and that would have been a foul ball. It was a foul ball. That would have been a strike. And Robert Morris holds on and wins this first game of the tournament. As Trinity Christian leaves the bases loaded. So in the inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on base. Trinity Christian, by my count, left 9 on base. Final totals in the ball game here for Robert Morris: 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. For Trinity Christian, 3 runs, 5 hits, and 4 errors. So Robert Morris advances. They will next play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against the winner of tonight's final game between St. Xavier and Indiana South Bend. Well, if this is the way the tournament goes the rest of the way, it's going to be fun, as the first game of the day is in the books. Your final again here. It is Robert Morris University 4, Trinity Christian College 3. Game number 2 coming up right around 1 p.m. It'll be between the numbers 3 and 6 seeds, Olivet Nazarene and St. Ambrose. Thanks to Dave Laquetta on stats. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Hope you'll tune in for Game 2 at the top of the hour. Until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thanks for tuning in. And until we speak to you again from Joliet, Illinois, we wish you all a very pleasant good afternoon.